Polling can be a really useful feature in Zoom. Here's how you can create and use a poll. So when you log into Zoom, you'll be on your profile page, but you want to come to the meeting tab and then find the meeting that you want to add a poll to. So I'm just going to click on this first one and you're going to scroll down to the very bottom. Now you can see I've already created one poll, but I want to add another one. So I'm going to call this, well, I'll just call it test poll 2. Poll number 2. Okay, so if you want the answers for your respondents to be anonymous, you don't care who gave which answer, you just kind of want general numbers, you can choose anonymous. Otherwise, leave that unchecked. And then you have 2 types of answers. So single choice is for those questions that have just one answer. For example, this one I would probably choose to keep single choice. So I'm just going to give a bunch of options here. Okay. So when my students take this poll, they will only be able to choose one of these answers. But the other kind is multiple choice. So for example, if I said, what foods do you like? And I wanted students to be able to choose multiple answers, then I would choose multiple choice. So I could put as many options as I want there, and I'm going to save my poll. Okay, so now you can see I have a couple different polls there, and I'm going to start this meeting so you can see how it looks when you actually launch it. So here's my meeting. So I might be talking with my students for a while. When I'm ready to launch my poll, I just come down here. At this point, only I can see it. I could even edit the poll if I needed to. If here's where I can toggle back and forth and choose which poll I actually want to give at this moment. So when I'm ready to launch my poll, I will click this and you can see that my students can now see this poll, and as they are answering questions live, you will see these numbers change. This is really helpful because if you know you have 12 students in class and this number is only at 10 out of 12, then you want to obviously leave your poll open a little longer. Or if you decide to give this poll as some sort of a pop quiz, you can tell students you have 3 minutes to answer these questions and they can see the timer up here. So whenever you are done or decide to end your poll, you can end polling. And at that point, your students won't be able to see it again until you click share results. So if you share results, then it lets you know attendees are now viewing. You can stop sharing. The other thing you can do is relaunch polling. Now, just be aware that if you relaunch it, you will, all of the previous polling will be erased. So this will be a brand new poll. But that might be useful if, for example, you had students take this poll at the beginning of class and then through your discussion or your lesson, you wanted to see if their opinion had changed by the end of class, you could relaunch the same poll and check that out. So the other cool thing about polling is that I'm going to exit my screen here. Actually, I'm going to end the meeting. And then I'm going to go to my Zoom profile. If you come down here to this tab, Reports, and then I want to look at Meeting Reports, and then I can choose poll reports. Now, I just ended that poll and no one actually took it, so that's not going to show up here. But you can see, you can search for a specific date range or time range, or you can search by meeting ID, and then you can actually download a report. If you had your students answer not anonymously, then you should be able to see what they answered for each of those questions. So I have not actually played around with this a lot, so I don't know exactly what that report will look like. Don't take too much time with it the first time you do it. But I would love to hear from any of you if you pull that poll report so that just to let me know what those reports look like. All right, I hope that is helpful.